You must not be subscribed or something. What school? Forget what it's called. Dang. That's the way I like it. What? Do something.
5,280 feet. You know what that is? That's the elevation here in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The Hawks taking on the Nuggets. For the Atlanta Hawks, the momentum has been in their favor. They've incurred only one loss in the last 6 games, putting the rest of the league on alert. Nuggets, Hawks, up next. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NB.
Game live. Oh, I forgot you over there fighting for your life. Never mind. So I forgot you was over there fighting for your life. I ain't watching that. I'm watching the finals and playing my game. They got the MVP.
A basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the... sidelines moments from now. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. We've got Lou Dort. LaMelo Ball is out there with Morant. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Booz Ellis in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Johnson. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Grimes in at the 2 guard. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
Ah, we love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Grimes. He's covered by Ball.
Well, nice pass by Porter Jr. moving the ball with a purpose.
Here's Ball. Denver grabs the miss. Doncic outside. It's deflected. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Again, ball missing. And here's Denver. Here's Grimes. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And it's good for 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
Buzelis with the ball, covered by Johnson. A three-pointer is right on target.
The corner is not a problem for Ball. He's confident he can make that.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Ball, just 5 to shoot. It doesn't go for him.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Inside, stolen by Lively. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And finished off by Lively.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Of course, John Morant's name first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Doncic. Following the basket by John Morant. Here's the three. Doncic, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Dort kicks the ball. Lively a screen on Doncic. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Lively.
You know, good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Doncic feeling it out. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the deep.
Here's Doncic. Following the bucket by the Hawks. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Smith checked in for the Nuggets. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Dort, and he dunks it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
And that one's good, Doncic.
And showing he's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
In the corner, it's Buzelis. Back to Ball. Rebound by Smith.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Atlanta calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. It's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Denver making a switch here. Santos is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Derek Lively. Okogie comes in for Dort. And it's Carter in for John Morant. Now here is Carter. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Nuggets on D. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Buzelis. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
It's hauled in by Doncic.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Carter for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
And it's so hard to take away the 3 from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Here's Porter. Nothing on the board. Rollins the pass to Porter. Here's Rollins. Clock at 6. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Carter. And the Nuggets making a change here. Santos is checked in. Carter hits them both. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Smith. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Edwards a screen on Carter. Here's Smith.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And it's Carter missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
20 seconds left to play here in the first. Smith for 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Carter against Edwards. Carter drives in. And then Carter with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Hayes. Morant is out there with Christie. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Pass to Christie. Rollins against Morant. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Down low. Stolen by Lively. From downtown, that's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Smith the pass to Santos to stop the run. Smith, no luck. The Hawks leading by 11. Here's Rollins. Hasn't made one yet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Grimes is checked in for Denver. Then for the Hawks, Sims is checked in, and it's Dort in for Josh Okogie. Rollins against Morant. Pass to Grimes. Now here is Smith. Stolen by Dort. Morant drives in. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Rollins. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Morant with a wide open look. Misses the 3. The Nuggets trail by 9. To the paint. It's intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Back to Dort. Rollins against Morant. Buried from 15 feet out. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Johnson surveying the floor. Right on the bucket. 6 points for Johnson.
Well, that's the part of Porter Jr.'s game that can take him to the next level.
And Morant closes it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Edwards.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Morant drives in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Christie. Just 5 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Nuggets are gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Johnson. Now here's Porter, defended by Dort. Edwards with the screen for Porter. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. And so Morant will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, I think they found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Here's Rollins. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And the Nuggets with some changes. Baisley's checked in for Edwards. Smith comes in for Jalen Johnson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Rollins. Here is Porter. Still without a basket. Doncic passes to Grimes. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Porter kicks to Smith. Pass to Doncic. Outside Porter for the 3. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. The Nuggets trail by 13. And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 8.
He's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
Pass to Buzelis. And here is ball. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Santos is checked in. 6 to shoot. Here's Carter. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Dort misses. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Smith, and the rejection by Claxton.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Doncic outside. Over ball. And it's Doncic missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Smith outside. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. Ball with the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Here's Doncic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Buzelis.
And so confident, even amongst the trees. Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Oh, Doncic from way outside.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And Vince Carter with the slam.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Carter inside the three-point line, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
What a rookie class. Here we are, taking the award down to the wire. I don't know who's going to win it, but it's been fun watching them ball out, Shaq.
Even at this point, I'm not sure there's a unanimous choice. Makes it tough on the voters. And now breaking down the first half we saw, what can you say about LaMelo Ball? He's putting on a show.
The defense hasn't had an answer for him. He's shooting with confidence right now, and he's converting at a high level.
But that defense has made it easy for him. Come on, show some pride.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Atlanta leading by 13. Jalen Johnson is out there at Porter. Then there's Doncic, and it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Bangs home the trifecta.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Doncic against Morant. Here's Grimes. There's the pick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And we have so many great clips, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get one of two. The Hawks leading by 15. Ball from long range. Another three for Atlanta.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And finished off by Morant.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And Doncic throws it down.
And the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Morant passes the ball. Out to Morant. Five to shoot. Pass to Buzelis. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Johnson. Grimes passes to Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Here's Ball. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Doncic against Morant. It's stolen by Buzelis. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Second chance shot. And it's Morant missing. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
And the next one puts him in the bunker.
So for the Hawks, Hayes, he's checked in for Buzelis. Christie comes in for Dort. Lou Williams is subbed in for Ball. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for the Hawks. Porter passes to Doncic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Johnson from outside. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
The three for Doncic. The Nuggets with another miss. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. The lead is 15. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
For Atlanta, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Taken third overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shooting.
It's checked in for the Nuggets.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys to the bench. They are pumped up. Outside, Ball. Pass to Christie. Back to Ball. Stolen away. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Back to Ball. The three. Atlanta again missing. The Nuggets trail by 12. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Ball. And that one drops.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Count it, good. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jared Lively. Okogie comes in for Christie. And it's Carter in for Williams. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. The Hawks leading by 8. Carter outside. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Carter's got 12 in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Edwards kicks to Smith. Johnson with a screen on Carter. Here's Smith. 5 on the clock. Rebound, Atlanta. They led by as many as 18 points.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Santos. Defended by Carter. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Rollins checked in for Luka Doncic. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Buzelis is checked in. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. First free throw is good. John Morant, he's checked in for Ball. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Lobbed up there for Johnson. Out to Smith. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Carter against Smith. Johnson outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Buzelis out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Carter. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Williams at the shooting guard. Morant drives in. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Rollins. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Wow. Amazing stuff with the defender glued to it.
Now here's Williams. Carter outside. Pulls up. And it's Denver with the rebound. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan. There's plenty of time to get back in it.
Atlanta making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Christie subbed in for Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Rollins the pass to Porter. There's a screen by Porter. On the wing, Porter. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Buzelis. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Porter passes to Rollins. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for the Hawks. Right wing. Pass to Porter. Shoots the 3. And again, Denver no good. Atlanta leading by 14. Here's Buzelis.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Denver's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Rollins. Grimes passes to Rollins. Connects from three-point range. Rollins got 5 points now this quarter.
Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Here's Boozer. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Pass to Smith. From 13, that one wide left.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Buzelis with the ball. And here's Morant. Lively a screen on Smith. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
Dalen Johnson's checked in for Denver. Doncic comes in for Rollins. Dort, he's checked in for Atlanta. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 17, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That will be foul number 5 on him. Porter finds Johnson. Doncic with it. Guarded by Morant. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porter. Porter's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Morant. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson right side. Second shot opportunity, and it's Denver scoring again.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Out left to the wing. Outside, ball. Here's the teardrop. Off on the layup. The Nuggets trail by 12. Over in the corner, Doncic. Plenty of space. And he drops that one in. Doncic has got 26 points.
Oh, nice touch on Luka's mid-range there. The product of a lot of practice time and natural talent.
Morant outside. Outside, ball. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Nuggets. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Stolen by Ball. Driving inside. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
No looking back. Ball knows once he starts moving, he's got to go all the way.
Timeout called. Nuggets. Doncic against Morant. Here's Grimes. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
The kick out to Ball. Lively sets a screen for Ball. Into the lane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The defense tries to shut Ball down, but he takes the contact and gets the shot in the air.
He's able to hit the second one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Nuggets running out of time. Now, Doncic. Can't get it to fall.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Atlanta.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LaMelo Ball.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
It's tipped. Ball finds Lively. Clock at 4.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. Score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Lively sets a screen for Ball. And finished off by Lively. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.
Great to have you with us as we get ready for a Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, LaMelo Ball is out there with Ja Morant. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Hartenstein. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Lays it up and banks it in. Now Morant. Ball left side. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
McCollum's shot is off. Ball with it. McCollum covering. Ball surveys the floor. Pass to Morant. Tipped. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's just anticipation from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, making things happen defensively and turning it into offense.
Here's Ball. Hart pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. McCollum, the pass to Hartenstein. Let's go with a 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the head coach for the Hawks. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
Allie, thank you.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. Well, what we know is LaMelo Ball is so young, but already an all-star. The future bright with a guy who can pass it and shoot it as consistently as he can.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. Now the Hawks with it. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
To the paint. Here's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Ball. Here's Buzelis with the drive.
Well, you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
The Nets have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Hart finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
That's aggressive defense. Shai always competing on that end of the floor.
And the shot goes down.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Ball. In the game against Denver, very impressive. And he gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Outside Butler. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lively grabs the miss. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Morant. Dort outside. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Ball. Hartenstein pulls it in. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's McCollum. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Claxton. Morant with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Carter can't get it to go. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Lets it fly. Carter can't get it to go.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
The Hawks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Felton pass to Capella. To the middle. Felton's shot's good.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Hayes misses. The Nets have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. First one falls. Butler's checked in for Thompson.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Williams. Carter from outside. He buries it from 3. Carter's got 5 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Drains the triple.
Wow, you don't see Jimmy Butler go to the three-point opportunity that often, but knocks down a big-time shot there.
Here's Carter. Pass to Claxton. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And you've got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Marbury, the pass to Felton. Uses the glass on the layup. Felton's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
23 seconds left in the first. Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Marbury. He's checked by Carter. Good on the shot. And the Nets lead by 5.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Carter. Here's Williams. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Nets. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
They've got LaMelo Ball. He's out there with Ja Morant. And it's Sims in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Capella finds Butler. Butler right to the heart.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Here's Ball. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And Ball's over to help. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. Butler on the wing. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Morant. Oh, Morant gets it done inside.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
And here is Thompson. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Here's Butler. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Butler's got 6 here in the quarter.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Atlanta making a change here. Lively's checked in. And the Nets also making a change. Azumu's checked in. Morant on his way. 2 points. That one goes. Morant's got 11 points. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Here's Christie. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
To the inside. Here's Capella. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Oh, there's the alley, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Shot's good by Morant.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Oh, wow! Incredible! Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G slam cam. Brooklyn leading by 5. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Here's Morant. Oh, a determined bucket from Morant.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Atlanta making some changes. Dort comes in for Christie, and Williams is subbed in for Morant. And the Nets also making a change. Shepard, he's checked in for Butler. Here's Shepard, hounded by Ball. Pass to Marbury. Dosunmu on the wing. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Hawks trail by 3. Stolen by Capella. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Marbury. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Atlanta calls timeout. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Lou Dort picks one up.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside when he challenges defenders.
Butler's checked in for Brooklyn. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. The Hawks trailing. And Carter gets it to go on the assist by Hayes. Carter's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Outside Hart, pass to McCollum. Back to Hart. Gilgeous-Alexander against Williams. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Or good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Hayes with a screen on McCollum. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Butler with a steal. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, just terrific unselfishness from the veteran forward. Jimmy Butler more than willing to pass if he finds a teammate open.
Williams. And rejected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Atlanta with the ball. 8-point game. Carter, the pass to Dort. Back to Carter. 6 to shoot. 59 seconds left in the first half. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries. Butler on the wing. Dort against Hart. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Butler. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed. To the line for a pair.
There's a level of physicality that Jimmy Butler plays with that he's going to force you to match. A nice job drawing contact.
Okogie's checked in for the Hawks. And the second free throw is good. Hawks trail by 7. On the attack, Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Carter, the pass to Hayes. Carter against McCollum. Williams up top. Pass to Claxton. From 20 feet. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Brooklyn Nets.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively. Nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
And looking ahead, here's what's to come later on tonight in the NBA. For the Knicks, they'll be up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be close.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Hawks trail by 7. On the floor for the Nets, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Josh Hart. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Butler in at the power forward. And stolen by Hartenstein. Nice move. Butler with emphasis.
Oh, you can see the swagger and the body language. Jimmy Butler is cooking. He's letting the defense know it.
Dort, the pass to Morant. Lively with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Morant off the drive. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
And Morant is tough to contain without fouling, especially when he's attacking the rim.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Left side Morant. This one to 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
For 3, McCollum. And the three-pointer goes. And the Nets lead by 10.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Hart. Out to McCollum. Beyond the arc.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
It's Dort on the wing. Pass the ball. LaMelo driving. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Well, this is exactly what you want from LaMelo Ball, attacking the rim off the drive.
Brooklyn leading by 8. And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And the Hawks call time here. Atlanta shooting an efficient 57% tonight. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. And Ball with the basket. The assist by Morant. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Butler. Butler! He's too much close to the rim.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk!
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a missed layup. Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Lively. Butler covering. Lively with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Morant, pass to Lively. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Boy, when you talk about Derek Lively, first thing that strikes you are his physical tools, length, athleticism, great motor. But I also like the maturity from this young man.
Christie's checked in for Dort.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Christie with a rebound. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Fast break, Brooklyn for 3. McCollum. Ja Morant grabs the miss. Here's Ball. Driving inside. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
What a nice-looking drive with LaMelo. Such a hard contest because guy can handle and he's got size.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hart. Three-pointer, no good. Hawks trail by 6. Outside Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Both teams will make substitutions. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Williams is checked in for Ja Morant. Brooklyn making a switch here. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 6. Next up, they'll take on the Rockets at Toyota Center. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Five on the clock. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Thompson. Left side Hart. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now an 8-point Brooklyn lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Good on the bucket. Williams has got his second basket on the night.
Lou Williams is the best sixth man we've ever seen, and this guy, instant offense.
Here's Thompson. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Marbury. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Marbury's got 6.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Claxton. Now Williams. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The road back is going to be a long one if they can't play smarter and take care of the ball.
And the Hawks making a change here. Carter's checked in. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Dosunmu comes in for Hart. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. .58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Felton. Here's Thompson. Second chance effort. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
There's the steal. Pass to Felton, and pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. That one falls. Felton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw misses. And no luck that time either. Nets leading by 14. Here's Marbury. Claxton with a rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pass to Okogie. Up and in on the layup. Okogie's got his first basket.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
1 second left. And he can't get that one. And so it's Brooklyn, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've been fantastic. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And Brooklyn with possession here. Buzelis out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Ball. Then there's Ja Morant. And it's Carter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Stolen by Carter.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Felton. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Ball. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Woohoo! LaMelo Ball with the ball on a string. How about that drive?
Here's Marbury. Hounded by Ball. Marbury, the pass to Thompson. Dosunmu outside. Clock at 4. Capella screen on Carter. Dosunmu for 3. They get it back. Capella. Pass to Felton. With the teardrop. And it's good on the layup. Felton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Here's Buzelis. Off with the layup. Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's Thompson. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
On the attack, Carter. Out left to the wing. Ball outside. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to DeSumo. Spins. Here's Marbury. The 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Well, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And he makes the first. Lou Dort, he's checked in for the Hawks. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Well, this is one of the best two-way players in the game. Jimmy Butler getting it done offensively.
To end the run, ball into the lane. Brooklyn with the board. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight. This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Ball against McCollum. Pass to Morant. Back to Ball. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
And that sequence was all Morant. Excellent work turning his defense into offense.
Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum outside. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Ball. Now here's Morant. Ball left side. The 3 is up. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Hart passes to Hartenstein. Ball with a steal. It's a one-on-one situation. It's tipped. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter here. Morant finds Ball. And he drives in. He's off on the layup. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Asar Thompson.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Tries yet again. Thompson, no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Carter, good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Pass to Marbury. Over Williams. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Carter. Fires from deep. And out of bounds. The Nets will take it.
Now into the line for the Nets. Number 8, Grayson Allen.
11 seconds left in the game. Here's Marbury. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our team.